Zoomers here,
balanced
they need to
instead.
pick up a support, right? Like there's no way they pick all three cores right out of the gate. So what we're
I
seeing here
mean,
is, I mean, I guess it
next
wouldn't
two
even
picks are
matter.
theirs. They
Yeah.
could just grab another core. It doesn't matter. Hmm. I'm thinking. I mean, I'm not. Bloodseeker. Bloodseeker's not bad.
It's not,
I
but
wouldn't
you
hate to see
have Moo,
it.
and Moo's the one who plays the Bloodseeker for them. Yeah, so actually just take the Faceless Void. A good lane hero against the Sand King. I like this a lot.
Mhm. Well, this has been a popular pick in NA at the moment as well. Lena can pump out a lot of damage from outside the Chronos here as well. Um, Usually a decent time setting up on people, like either before or after the Chronosphere or Ravage to come out in a lot of presence in the early game. I don't think this will be a position 5 Faceless Void. You see that once in a while. It's a
It's
little bit too
terrible.
crazy, though.
I think
Yeah,
this
I
might be
agree.
one of
It's
the games.
terrible.
I think this is one of the games where this might actually be a 4 position Lena coming out. That they might be flexing the Lena in this draft. Gunner obviously would like to play it if given the opportunity, but this does mean Zoomers going into this last phase, you probably still are going to have to ban solid mid lane heroes. They respond with the Luna. Good into the
Yeah,
Tidehunter, strong in the matchups overall. And you
that
have the
wasn't
Shadow
enough.
Demon Disruption for Chronosphere, which is what makes the Faceless Void, a little bit weak out of the gate.
Mhm. But the question is, if you ban out the Dark Seer here, even though you see the Tidehunter pickup,
You can run 5 Tide, but Husky's the one who usually plays the Nyx Assassin, so I think
mhm,
they're either looking for Gunners or Z Freak's hero here.
we'll see. I wouldn't hate to see things flexed around and playing a position. Would you play like a 4 Darks here? It wouldn't be off that. 5 Nyx Assassin. Void Spirit banned out though. So taking care of these mid heroes, backline jumpers, which are pretty important against Alina. Not that great against the rest of the team though. It could imply they plan on getting something that sits far back. Something like, they wouldn't grab an Oracle. That would be not great.
No, I like Husky's the Oracle player, and I'm like I said, I'm pretty sure
No, I
he's the
meant on
one.
Infinity.
Oh, on Infinity, gotcha. Yeah, they do ban the Darkseer.
Yeah. So they're worried about them flexing that one around. They already have the Shadow Demon themselves, and again, the Shadow Demon pickup stopped Zoomers from potentially grabbing the Luna there. It's too good against the hero. Tiny banned out next year, and Invoker gotten rid of. I mean, stopping the Cataclysm combination, and like you mentioned, they're a little bit worried about the Luna being flexed around to them going gotcha.
I think it is going to be Gunner's pick here. I really do, unless they are running the support Tide, and then we're looking at Moo's hero. But like I said, it just feels weird to open all 3 cores here on the side of Zoomer. So I think we're going to be seeing either Gunner or Moo's hero here in the final phase. The
We'll find
question
out
is just
shortly.
what can you pick?
If you're in the mid lane,
I mean, in either. Oh,
end up
okay.
grabbing the Mirana. I mean, not what we expected. We thought that if the Mirana going to be picked up, it's going to be on the side of Infinity in conjunction with the Sand King.
Works well for them though on the side of Zoomers. The Mirana has a lot of stuns to follow up, right? The Nyx Assassin Impale, Ravage, Chronosphere, LSA. Like there's a lot of different ways you can hit these arrows. The only problem is there's not really any like guaranteed stuns outside of Ravage.
Ravage and Chronosphere. So you need to spend like a pretty large cooldown spell in order to line up the other. I mean, Gush is going to be able to set up Light Strike Array, going to be able to set up Impales, arrows a lot of the time. But you're playing around these pretty high cooldown spells in order to land these arrows guaranteed.
Last pick here for
You need
Infinity. Gonna be the mid lane for PP.
frontliner.
Yeah,
They
it
need a
just
frontliner.
they would have liked to go the Kunkka, almost guaranteed, but obviously Zoomers banned that out after last game, knowing that it is a pretty rough matchup for the Lina. As soon as he gets level 6, she can't be in the lane, and that's what makes it such a rough time. 10 seconds left, though. It's got to be a tanky mid laner, right? That is not that at all. It is going to be PP on the Wind Ranger, though.
Interesting. A lot on Mariano's shoulders this game to get good initiations off and Implona to turn these fights around quickly. I mean, you've got decent stuns between Burrow Strike, Bushwhack, and Shackle Shot. You know, you got the mini stuns in the form of Lucent Beam. But once again, I think it's going to come down who gets a jump in these team fights. When you're playing against a Faceless Void and you don't have very tanky heroes to frontline for your side, it's very easy for him to get off a good chronos or follow up with a really good ravage. I'm a little bit worried this game. Nick Assassin's gonna have a pretty easy time jumping a backline as well.
This Wind Ranger, the thing that makes it nice here is the fact that he's just gonna run at Gunner. That is PP's whole game, is to just BKB focus fire the Lina. There is no way they can save the hero outside of just chronoing him. So this is gonna be quite a nuisance for Gunner here, I believe.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm with Zoomers this game. I think the draft is a little bit better. I'm not convinced with the lack of the front line here. I think having just Sand King and as like the initiator and Pamplona to throw out these saves is going to make the game too difficult.
All right. I think Zoomers, as long as they are on the same page and they, you know, fix some of the issues they had in their last series, I'm kind of with you. I like the draft. I like the team fight that they have. So we'll see if they can pull it together here in their third game today. But for those of you that are just joining us, this is our first game in our second series here of the day for Zoomers versus Infinity. And a smoke up here from the Zoomers. They're going to walk on out.
I hate Nina.
Oh gosh, why?
No reasons. Negative shout out to our head admin, by the way. Anyway, let's get the show on the road. Gunner already dropped that light strike ray on the sexy Yogi here.
They're just doing a decent amount of chip damage. They are still smoked up heading into the jungle here, so they're gonna get a pretty good ward actually to scout out some of the stacks that could be made by the side of Infinity. And you do definitely want to pressure those, right? If you're against the Luna, you can't really allow her to just free farm those up.
Mm-hmm. Well, gonna have a pretty easy time farming stacks for sure. See if we're gonna be building those up for him. I don't think we're gonna see too much action at the bounty rune here. At the bottom lane, Eternal Envy is just already sitting underneath his tier 1 tower. Doesn't want to try to go for any potential steal. You've got decent setup to kill people with like disruption, burrow strike, anyways. He has level 1 gun time walk. Once in a while now you see people go time dilation level 1 on Faceless Void.
Oh boy, Burna in the top lane. The body blocks from Husky. He can't TP. Arrow connects. Oh man, what a setup by Husky. First blood goes the way of the tide. And like we said, Gush can set up those arrows pretty easily.
Not a great start for Burna. End up going the first point into Lunar Blessing as well to trade with the enemies here. Your time last hitting, so I think actually that makes it a little bit more difficult to last hit at level 1. Lucent Beam I think is a little bit better for securing CS.
Especially the range creep, but he does have the Hoodwink, which can grab it with Acorn Shot at least.
Yeah. Does increase the damage of Hoodwink's Acorn Shot too. You end up going 2 Fairy Fires as well, so you're just looking to click Tidehunter here. Well, if there's action, it's definitely going to be in the top lane here.
Ooh, that is going to be a courier going the way of Z-Freak. Well, they got level 2 here on the Luna, so some decent harassment coming out from her. Moo doesn't have a sound, but Z-Freak will top him off instead. Envy is playing on the weird side of the creep wave currently in the bottom lane, just getting zoned out a little bit by Sand King's Caustic Finale. Does get a nice bash there onto Pamplona, and he's going to have to go ahead and use that disruption.
He doesn't have a point of burrow strike yet. He's just beating out. He knows if he dropped it onto Eternal Envy, he's going to time walk off the damage immediately. Only 1.6 seconds done level 1. Instead, I think the goal is to like trap Eternal Envy in the creep wave or bait him out and guess the time walk is on cooldown. Hit him with the Caustic Finale from several creeps if he overcommits onto the wave, so this is going to be annoying for Eternal Envy to deal with here.
Yeah, absolutely.
taking some decent rounds up in the top lane. We haven't touched base on mid lane at all yet. Looks like it's going pretty heavily in the favor of Gunnar.
Yeah, and he's actually double water runed here, so he managed to shove the lane in far enough so that PP unable to contest the water runes. He did get his own bottle delivered, but definitely going to be a regen disadvantage here on the side of the Wind Ranger.
Yeah. It's a little bit more XP than him as well at the moment, just due to the fact that Creep Wave has pushed in. Is it a nice spot now for Gunnar too? Yeah, I think PP is going to get forced all the way back out of lane here, and you don't have anybody who's able to rotate in and assist right now. Shadow Demon isn't going to be great at it, and like your main hero who's going to be able to come in and assist you in the mid lane is Sand King, and he's not leaving the bottom lane for a while now. He's your only kill potential.
Overall, lane's pretty even though. CS wise, the only person who's like really struggling would be Envy on this safe lane. I mean, he only has 11 CS here on the face as Void, as Mariano is just kind of bullying him with just this single point in Caustic Finale, still holding his third point of the hero. Mid lane though, Gunnar is just owning this Wind Ranger here.
Yeah, I was gonna say 2 lanes struggling for sure. PP getting zoned out pretty hard. It is doing a great job here. And you've got pretty big kill potential as well once you hit level 6. Being able to drop that a quick Laguna Blade and Dragon Slave off one of the Wind Rangers is going to make a world of difference. Now finally picked up a magic stick, but only do so much.
Big rotation from the supports as well, being able to make sure that PP cannot get a water rune. So they're feeling very good here in this mid lane matchup. And like you said, Gunnar, once he has level 6, has that kill threat. So we'll probably see this Wind Ranger probably drop off the lane entirely here after the next wave or two.
I mean, if you're owning, you can try to go for a solo kill, turn things around on, or make Lina's life kind of miserable, just wind run down, focus fire with a javelin. But PP's losing this lane so hard he can't go out of his way for a javelin at the start. Instead, he's going no talisman boots here. And even then, you get known.
Denied.
I haven't even talked about top lane in a little bit, but Berna, second on the CS, having a pretty decent time. Arrow's going to come through. Does end up catching the Hoodwink. I don't think you have the damage for this, though. Moo out of mana.
No.
Courier currently dead.
Yeah, Soul Ring was on cooldown there as well, and I think he even has to be careful popping. He's already sitting at only half HP. Yogi's doing big work with these clicks. 2 points in a Luna Blessing. Seafreak can't snake the courier though.
And Tide Hunter. He should be fine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's gonna make it out.
Mariano's just being a pain to deal with in the bottom lane here against Envy stopping from getting the CS. He's doing a little bit better for himself. He's sitting 4th in the CS chart.
They're gonna go for a wraparound instead. Husky a little preoccupied by the courier. Gonna grab that one. And mid lane, they're gonna TP in on the Shadow Demon, refill his bottle as Gunnar has the catapult here, doing a little bit of damage to the tower, but won't be able to really keep it alive. So the question is, can they go for the wraparound? There's gonna be the focus fire to follow, I'm sure, and it is. Gunnar, however, trying to get this turnaround here. The setup, the arrow comes through, doesn't even connect, but he gets him with the Laguna. And now Husky body blocks once again onto Pamplona. He's just short of mana, though, on Gunnar, so we won't be able to find that second kill. And as a result, grabs that Invis rune here in the bottom lane.
Illusion.
Yeah, sorry, illusion. I definitely meant illusion.
Fortified their structures against attack.
Shadow Demon, well, we forced to back up there on Gunnar there. Just do the back acorn shot to bushwhack him.
Envy, he got the Chrono on Mariano underneath the tower. Oh no, Mariano just an inch too close to that tower as that last creep dies. Envy just chronos him up.
Yeah, 380 physical damage taken from the tower there. So a moment of going a little bit too far and you're punished for it. Now Eternal Envy almost... He's level 7 now.
Yeah.
He's got 1.5 level advantage on you at the moment. Well, not quite a level and a half, but Sun King is supposed to be owning down here. Now he's losing the lane.
Yeah, he started out really good, and if you look at net worth, I mean, Envy's now second after that kill. I mean, he's just kind of been left solo, however. Mariano Giving up that death is going to cost him quite a bit here. As Envy actually just went back for a Mask of Death. Just going to rush the Mask of Madness this game, it seems.
Yeah, and go for the Silver Edge afterwards. It looks like he wants to go for kills inside his Chronosphere by himself. Or just farm up the jungle. And it's up to his team to make plays happen.
Radiant's bottom tower is in danger.
Up here in the top lane. He's holding a point right now, so he's got Ravage available. He just hasn't spec'd into it quite yet.
Gunner's here. Ravage comes out. They're looking for the Luna. Light Strike Roy connects. Nice bushwhack. He's going to have to hit him with this Laguna, and he will use it to secure that kill. Moo, very tanky underneath this tower. Doesn't really worry too much, but a fantastic rotation. Like you said, good job holding that point. Z-Freak here as well. They get the gush. This might be a dead Hoodwink, but scurrying her way through those trees will be fine. Ooh, Husky has a haste rune. Less fine. Panic mode. Big bug chasing me. Scurry into the trees. Husky ends up getting the kill.
Just as going off. This is so smart, putting a point to Scurry early on. Look at this escape and harass potential you have here, but nah, you die anyway. Hasted Nyx. What can you do? Sometimes Husky's just too good, you know?
That's true. I mean, he owned in that first game on the Nyx Assassin we saw today. Like this, he was honestly one of the reasons, probably one of the primary reasons they won. Like he found so many important kills, and he just scouted out a ward.
We'll see if they can get the D ward off onto that. Does Z-Freak have? No, it doesn't. I thought Z-Freak had something flying out to him, so let's leave the ward up for now. BB wants to get this kill off on a Husky here.
He's gonna get the shackle. Nice bushwhack to follow, and they will finish off that Nyx Assassin.
Not much you're able to do about that one. No focus fire necessary. I mean, pretty underwhelming farm on the Wind Ranger right now, regardless. You know, pretty far ahead of you, and you have one death. You're starting to catch back up, but still.
It's gonna take
Actually,
a bit.
You're not starting to catch up. 1,300 net worth behind. I mean, the kills help, but you're far away from where you want to be right now. You want that Maelstrom done as quickly as possible to accelerate your farm and find these solo kills.
Yeah, and Gunner has no intention of slowing down, and Moo just gonna be able to play around the next Ravage here in about 20 seconds.
Want to set up around this tower. Eternal Envy's got Chronosphere back up again as well, and he's got Mask of Madness, so he's looking to take these early fights.
Oh, they found Hoodwink here. Going for a D-ward up on the high ground. Nicely done, but he just commits the Chrono. He says, screw it. I'll take a free kill onto the Hoodwink here. Well, is it free? It's becoming less free. He pops a salve. He's still got another scurry charge.
And another salve.
Arrow. Nice little dodge for the moment, but this is what we like to refer to as space being made. Unbelievable. All right. Sexy Yogi is giving him the full treatment right now. Please deny to creeps. Oh my god. I was gonna say, if he denies the ancients, this is like one of the greatest things I would have ever seen. Mid lane though, Blink Epi comes out. That's the reveal from Mariano, and Gunner is just gonna pay for it. Disruption on the backside finds the Tide Hunter. He just committed the Ravage to take down PP, but you lose your Lina in the process. All of this set up on the back of that long chase, honestly.
Yep. You're playing on your side of the map for like a good 45 seconds, full minute, and chasing that Hoodwink there. You do end up getting the Wind Ranger for that, but immediately turn around and lose the Alina, who's a lot further ahead than the Wind Ranger. Definitely makes that one worth it. Now, they're going to turn their eyes towards the mid tower here, and you've already committed Ravage, and you committed Chronosphere for that. You committed Chronosphere for Sexy Yoki that you spent so long chasing as well. Food for thought. It's smoked up. Yeah, they want to take a fight off of this.
Man, I would have loved to see the Ancient deny so much. That would have been the absolute best thing.
That's real clip-worthy stuff. He gives Chronosphere waste it, give them a run around for like a full minute, and then denies to Ancients.
Yeah, that would have been a legendary play.
Even better than him escaping, to be honest.
Envy found here, and he is dead. Great smoke from Infinity as they punish this Faceless Void once again. Mid lane, they're trying to do what damage they can on over the tier 1 tower. Fortification does come out, and the TPs are here. Sand King gonna be able to plant himself in front of this tower. I mean, he's now top net worth for his team.
Yeah, he's not too far behind Gunnar either. Only 400 net worth behind him. Going up these stackies that Hoodwink was so gracious to make for him. Thank you.
Oh, how nice.
Yeah. Moving through the jungle here, but I didn't manage to get that tier 1 tower on Lina while they made that rotation. I think this is your next major objective, though. So you're just going to sit here in the mid lane on Moo until this one's taken. Park yourself here as long as it takes. But you got Epicenter up again now, and the Defiance on Moo makes him pretty tanky, but I'm not sure if he can survive all the burst damage here from these 3 heroes.
Yeah, I don't think so either. If he gets Demonic Purged inside the Epicenter here, I think he just goes down.
All right. They reveal themselves. The Sexy Yogi knows that most of the enemy team is sitting up on that high ground because of the arrow that came down from the awkward angle. Cleared out the enemy observer ward, and the arrow came down from that direction. He goes, huh. Well, I guess we're sitting on this side of the tower. Both teams wasting a lot of time, though.
I mean, this looks really good for Infinity, though. Like, Burna is just completely free to farm, and they are recovering a little bit here on PP as well, as he was in that jungle. He's on his way to that Maelstrom, just about 500 gold away.
Yeah. I mean, graphs say that Infinity is enjoying this little bit of downtime that they've been given. Luna farming it just a bit faster than Faces Boy thinks to the Moonglaves, and Envy not having his Maelstrom done yet certainly doesn't help things. And they found Envy again.
That is a big kill. He does have Chronosphere. He's going to drop it, try and turn around, maybe get a kill here onto the Shadow Demon, but there's the Bushwhack setting him up. Get that return onto the Shadow Demon. The question is, will he find more? Mariano has a blink available, will use it to disengage. Yeah, they didn't
Bushwhack.
Is that what it was? Okay.
Yeah, they just used Burrow Strike, and then he started channeling the Sharpshooter, and then Eternal Envy simply pressed Time Walk.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty good.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower.
End up getting the mid-tier 1 tower, and Husky now searching in the triangle. Gonna find this Wind Ranger, but she's actually beelining a bottom lane onto the Faceless Void. If they get the Shackle Focus Fire off, it's a lot of damage. But he's gonna scout them out. Focus Fire coming through, but they will not be able to do it.
They want to turn around.
And Husky's here.
Mariano's beelining for them, though.
He's gonna be able to find the Wind Ranger, and with no... she does have a little bit of survivability here, and yeah, she can kind of just walk away. Mariano blink, the Epicenter comes in. He only ends up finding one. The Ravage, as a result, on the other side connects. The arrow not gonna be there. The Eclipse finishes off Envy. They snipe down that Nyx Assassin as well, and it's looking real rough for the side of the Zoomers here. Moo dancing, trying to dodge it out, but gets caught. Set up there by Burner. Z-Freak catches Demonic Purge as well. There's going to be another Shackle. Ends up being a 4 for 0.
Couldn't quite finish that Wind Ranger off. Just too slippery for them to grab, and it looked like that one turned around, but Mario started moving down. Yeah. Looks like they got him as well. I don't think he can get out of this one.
They can turn it around, actually, with a TP in from Husky. Mariano gets a second Burrow Strike off thanks to the stick. He might survive. Bushwhack not on the mark, but he's got 4 stacks of poison. The wand just barely surviving. Nyx Assassin catches a dust, has to back away.
Smart play there by Gunnar, standing his ground instead of panicking, trying to walk away, and that forced Mariano far enough back that he didn't hit him in the middle with that sandstorm there. Clutch players on both sides there, but that was brilliant by Infinity, that original play. Before they things even started to turn sour, I think they knew they would not be able to get that kill on Eternal Envy, and Forzu would start to turn that thing around because Mariano started moving in that direction, even though he had like basically no reason to, based on how the fight looked at that point. So knowing that Zoomers would react to it and chase PP too far out there as the 200 IQ Beast Coast coach plays.
Oh yeah. And Envy just got burst on the backside by an Eclipse. Like, there was just nothing in the tank for the Faceless Void. And he does have this Mask of Madness Maelstrom completed, but we haven't seen him really put these Chronospheres to good work other than the very first one, finding Mariano. They're waiting top lane, trying to see this. The Sand King's gonna lead the Sandstorm, but instead, in the jungle rather, Sexy Yogi giving him a little juke.
He's just gonna farm up in the jungle over here. Now that he's got Maelstrom, he's gonna want to take full advantage of it, but still. Middle lane, Moo gets gone on.
Yeah, no reason to not commit the epi there. Why not? You got plenty of damage, and the break coming through from the Hoodwink makes it pretty easy.
I don't think Envy should be here. I don't think Husky should be here.
Oh, he is going to scout that ward that just got placed, though.
Yeah. A nice find. Awkward position for that ward.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
But they get the tier 1 tower in the mid lane, so a good find here for the side of Infinity.
Tower is no more.
DD rune found on PP as well. He's gonna have big solo kill potential on basically anybody he wants. This one. Working on the BKB next to be able to survive a lot of this burst damage from the enemy team. Time dilation is pretty annoying as well, so when you're playing the Wind Ranger, you'll deal with that one.
Radiant's bottom tower is in danger.
Yeah,
They can slow down a
absolutely.
little bit though.
Dire's top tower
Where's the action at? What are they planning? They've got Chronosphere up.
tower is
They've got Ravage available.
They smoke here on the side of 4 Zoomers. Actually drawing a line to the bottom side of the map, but no one from the side of Infinity really here. Burnham might be the one that makes his way
He'll
into
go.
the lane, but he's got a new BKB. And Pamplona can just illusion
He
split
won't
instead.
go.
They're actually
looks
going to
like
find
they're
the
gonna
right one. The Ravage, not going to connect. He
TP.
gets the BKB.
Radiant's middle tower.
Oh, he didn't TP.
I mean, Mariano TP down here.
Yeah, they want. I was gonna say they want to take a fight, but without BKB, it becomes a little bit dangerous. Given they just used the SD save, they were given no choice other than the BKB there.
Walking up onto the high ground, though, Sexy Yoga able to sharpshooter himself down to the low ground and pop another salve. I mean, he has found like 5 or 6 salves on this trusty shovel so far.
The healthiest squirrel I've ever seen. When your shovel is extra trusty, you lose that.
Indeed. I'm sorry, Envy?
Yeah, they got God on.
Apparently, they're going to go right in. Nice Ravage. Catch the Luna. LSA to follow. Can they finish her off in time? They can. Pamplona unable to connect with that disruption, and Mariano completely out of mana. They're going to go ahead and lose the Mirana here on the side of the fight, and Gunner will TP home as PP trying to find him in these trees. Will be unable to do so. So you end up trading 2 for 1. You lost Envy before the fight even started, but you at least get the kill there onto the Luna. So, some consolation for the side of the Zoomers.
I mean, you kill the most farmed hero in the game. This Luna's got a very specific timing. Once you finish his Daedalus and Aghanim Shard, next, that's when you're going to want to close out the game. I don't think they can draw this any later than that. The Chronosphere is just going to be too much to deal with.
Yeah.
Luna hates dealing with people who play in your face, and Void is very good at that.
Tight
Hopefully
under the
Smooth
top
as well.
lane is just super dead. The Focus Fire comes through. They're going to be able to pop him with the Demonic Purge. Mariano, however, underneath the Sentry, goes down in the process. Another 1-for-1 trade, and Gunner is looking for more.
Bushwhack, bushwhack, bushwhack. One, pop your stick, pop your stick.
She's Invis. Just Shadow Amulet.
Yeah, but bushwhacker, you know?
They have no idea she's here.
I guess it would have been too dangerous. Fair enough. I just want to see more kills happen. I don't care whose side they're on.
Neff's always out for blood, man. Neff's always out for blood.
John B still hasn't used the Chronosphere in quite some time. He might get the opportunity to drop it on Berna down here by himself, but not sure that.
There's just no way he
I
has
don't think he
Whoa.
have enough damage.
Are you getting disconnected, basically?
Me, no.
Okay, I just got
Are
booted
you?
out of the game.
Most of the players did, though. Actually, not most of the players. A lot of the players. We lost Z-Freak, PP, and Moo.
Okay. That was cool.
You back in?
Yeah, game's still in beta, by the way. It's fine.
By the way, Mariano is about to take advantage of this because he sees Z-Freak under the tower. who had just disconnected and ran too far forward.
Oh,
There's no mercy in war.
Zfig's probably really mad right now.
Is he the type to get mad about this kind of thing?
I think he would be like frustrated. I don't know if he'd be mad, but he would definitely be like, "This is bullshit." You know, like if he dies for this.
Mm. We might be good to go in just a moment. Mariano says, "Gee, he really wants this."
He's like, for no other reason than. Uh-oh.
He is not. Mariano is not going to let him go. Z-Freak is.
He's got one leap, forced to use it. Oh yeah, he's thinking
Mariano,
about it.
Mariano, go ahead, do it.
No, it's not gonna do it. He doesn't know how many leaps she has left, right? If she had one more leap, she gets away. Doesn't want to risk it.
Boo!
Man, Panthlona is having a great time. He is just running these Luna illusions down bottom lane every single time, cutting waves, getting free gold.
I mean, he's having a good time. The rest of the enemy team is, I imagine, is pretty upset having to deal with this again and again. Going on over here. Burnick, yeah. Having a lot of fun. He's not got the egg shard queued up after this Daedalus, actually, which is a little bit surprising to me. In fact, he's going Eye of Scotty first. We'll give you a little bit more rundown potential, and I think Lena's going to struggle to deal with it, but I'm not crazy about it. I would prefer to see a Daedalus for a little bit more burst damage.
Yeah.
You think so, too?
Yeah, I think the MKB, though, is still pretty good. I think he's, like, expecting a butterfly at some point, but... See how it goes. They smoke up here on the side of the Zoomers. Nice high ground ward placed there, and they see PP. That is the target. The blink, the stun right away. No chance for the BKB.
Immediately melted.
And they dropped everything. With that kill, they can threaten the Roche. They don't know if buyback's available, but without the Wind Ranger, they don't really have the answer.
Yes, they do. They've got Sand King. They'll just walk right into this. They know exactly what they're doing here. Ravager's committed.
Vendetta gets popped. Husky's gonna try and find them. The dust comes out. They find them, but a big commitment here for the Knicks, and the mech comes out. Envy now looking for the backside. He's able to get the hoodwink on one. Chrono comes out and he finds the Sand King, but there's the disruption. BKB dropped in the process, and they'll go ahead and pick up an extra kill there. Back to Roshan they go.
Nope. Certainly not. Certainly not. Get out of the Roshan. All right.
Why would they not?
Luna's got BKB. Wind Ranger's back up. You can just contest this. They've used both their big spells. Looks like they're not going to, though. They're too slow on it.
Yeah, I think this is... The Roche was too low. Plus, like, going in without the Sand King, which is, like, a lot of your control in the fights, would be pretty rough.
Fair enough. I guess the players are correct and I'm incorrect.
You're just left, Neff.
Yeah, I'm left. A little bit surprising they didn't try to contest that one, but I guess they're like halfway to another item. They've got an ultimate orb. They don't have the Eye of Scotty. They just get clicked down from pretty far away from the Lina. Not enough burst damage, but they're going to chase them out now. Sand King's back up. I feel like you're playing a little bit too slow into this 4-zoomer lineup, given the fact that like they have to play around these super big cooldowns, the Ravage and the Chronosphere, but they're not punishing them hard enough for this right now. It's going to bite them in the ass.
Yeah, they can kind of just back off, and it looks like they're just going to go happily farm and not losing anyone. I mean, you are taking a top lane tower on the side of Infinity here, but it doesn't feel like that's enough. You got to get this tier 2 potentially.
Yeah. This tower is really not that important. If you can get a tier 2, great. You're going to open up outposts and you'll be able to put more pressure on the enemy side of the map, but you've given up Roche there, and you've wasted so much time afterwards because you're afraid of fighting Venus. You can't get your hands on the enemies that they're going to have Ravage and Kronos available again when they're ready to fight. In fact, they're going to have Heaven's Halberd down on this Tide Hunter. And you do not have a Manta style on this Luna right now. Like, you're going to have no damage in this team fight.
They do finish up the Aghanim Scepter on the Sand King, though. which is quite good. I think I just saw a halberd completed somewhere. Did I see a halberd get completed? Am I blind?
I said halberd is being worked on by Tidehunter.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay.
Yep. No, he'll have that before they're ready to take another fight on the side of Infinity, it looks like. I mean, there's no point of fighting into them at the moment. Now they've got Aegis, they've got Ravage, and they've got Chronosphere available. So you just kind of have to play the map for as long as you can until the Aegis expires. But the later this goes, the better off Eternal Envy is going to be.
Yeah, and Gunnar is closing in on the MKB here. It's a very high output damage item with these attack speeds that he picks up from that level 20 talent as well. So he's going to get it about the same time. And this is going to be something you have to be very careful of here on the side of Infinity. Tier 2 bottom being pressured by Zoomers. Top lane, kind of the same scenario, but they're afraid to really show too many heroes on the side of the map here for Infinity because they know they can get punished. Like you said, they've got the big team fight ultimates available here on the side of Zoomers, and if they decide to show in any of these lanes, they could just get popped super easily.
I mean, Pamplona is there. He's got the save for the Chronosphere, just dropping the disruption onto the heroes, as we saw before. But if you drop Rabbit at the same time on Moo, that's going to hit the Shadow Demon who's trying to get in position to save.
They get the bottom tower. That does open up the outpost. They're going to continue to threaten. They say, fine, you guys don't want to come back to defend. We're going to force you. So we're going to be knocking on the high ground here fairly soon. I guess they've got Mariano back in the base. Might be good enough.
This AoE on Sandstorm is so ridiculous. Look how far back he's sitting.
Oh, yeah.
The range this thing covers is ridiculous.
Yeah, I love it.
A lot of the time, like, the Sand King would be out of position to burn down the Kiki Sandstorm, but not with how this new level 15 talent. It is very funny.
Oh, that is a blink dagger.
Unfortunate.
Husky is scouting out this entire rotation and gank on the backside. He's going to find Burn to the arrow, the Ravage. He disrupts the wrong person. Luna's going to go down. The Chrono even finds BP up on the high ground. Not the best or most important Chrono. It was more of a zoning Chrono. But, oh no. Sometimes you just misclick. There's just so much going on there. So many overlaps of those heroes. And unlucky there.
That misclick costs you a lot. You're going to lose a tier 2 tower. You lost your Luna, not farming at the moment. I think this Luna is going to surpass him in net worth after this one.
Burrow strike on in, going for the Lena, but again, she's got the Aegis. I don't think you're all too worried with the follow-up here. Envy, yeah, he doesn't have the Aegis, but he still does a lot of damage. Gunnar pops the BKB, trying to finish it around. Can he bring down the Sand King? Doesn't look like it. They're going to disarm the Wind Ranger and just decide to leave. Arrow comes through. Burrow strike catches Marana, but they found PP instead. The LSA and the high ground ward providing the vision that they need, and Marana escapes through it all.
Sexy Yogi a little bit too slow with that bush, the acorn shot bushwhack coming out there as well. Just feels like slight misplay, slight misclicks here from the side of Infinity, costing them again and again. Everyone is back up, but they're more than happy to just chill for a little bit on Zoomers, wait for their ultimates to come back up and ravage the Chronosphere. Until then, yeah, Eternal Envy just backing off to his side of the map. They don't even have all the tier 3 neutral items yet, so they need to grab those.
And he's queued up the refresher on Envy here. He just wants the double Chronosphere. He knows he's not really the carry at this point, despite playing the one position. A lot of the damage is going to be coming out from Gunnar. Nice pick off there onto Z-Free.
Yeah. I don't know what the Gunnar solution is. I mean, if you have the double Chronosphere, you're going to be able to grab the Shadow Demon. It was a little bit unfortunate for SD. He doesn't have his. All right, he's got his blink dagger now. His carry is back up. He has Psychic Headband and Aether Lens, so he might actually be able to grab people from outside of the Ravage range with the disruption. He's going to be sitting super far back, blink in, and they get people with disruption safe. I think even with the refresher orb, Envy's going to struggle to get his hands on the Shadow Demon save.
There you go.
I think a lot. Sorry. Yeah.
Sorry, just some good jungle item drops.
Yeah, Blaster again to Elven Tunic. I think the solution for the Shadow Demon might be just Chronosphere the Luna twice.
That might be, yeah. That's the thing, like, you only get one Shadow Demon's Disruption until level 25, which, let's be real, that's not happening, so.
Yep.
Smoked up here on the side of the Zoomers, looking to fight once again with this Ravage. They've been making good use of these spell cooldowns, beelining straight to the top lane, looking for PP here on the Wind Ranger, but she's gonna make it back to the base, I think, before they can do anything. They will see him now, but that window is closed. Husky now gonna go ahead, make this rotation over mid. Again, with the Vendetta, he's very fast. He also has a gem as well, so.
This one out. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense to be carrying a gem if you're just like, you have complete control over the map, so deboarding absolutely everything. This is something we've seen teams start to do a little bit more often, right?
Yep, absolutely.
I mean, in conjunction with Zephyr just dropping the gem, getting that flying vision with the true sight by putting it on the ground. So
it's really something that like I don't see happen in pubs ever, is like people just buying a casual gem. Like there's just like, oh, there's no invis on their team, like why would I buy a gem? And it's just like, well, so you can take all the sentries and all the wards off the map, right? And that just doesn't happen for it doesn't really happen outside of like really high tier play or actual tournaments.
Yeah, I mean, someone gets caught out of position all the time, or someone will just, you know, remove himself from the rest of the team to go and farm some item for absolutely no reason, and then the gem becomes a bad purchase in that case.
Oopsie whoopsie.
Oopsie whoopsie, I need to hit this Cobalt camp for I don't know what reason. I'm farming money. Sorry, Gem Carrier, you're dead.
Another Moonlight Shadow comes out. I mean, Infinity's doing a pretty decent job at cutting all these waves and just farming despite having very little map control. Oh, Envy trying to find Sexy Yogi, but doesn't grab him. Just kind of gets baited. We'll find him now, and there's the Chronosphere. Yeah, he's going to drop it. Okay, well, Envy gets his refresher after that. He might just base to get mana or send a Clarity. Yeah, there's the Clarity.
He's got no money for Clarity. I'm surprised he's got the Magic Wand in his inventory instead of the second Perseverance if he needs mana, though.
Neph, I don't know. That 2.5 regen doesn't matter.
Right, of course. Well, he's got the refresher now. He's got 12 mana regeneration.
Whoa, that I did not realize jumped up that much. What the heck?
Didn't even need his Clarity. Wasted 50 gold, if you ask me.
It literally doubles the regen. More than doubles.
He does not have enough mana to double Chronosphere.
Neph. All right, I know what you're saying. Like, he doesn't have enough mana to double Chronosphere, but it's the threat of the double Chronosphere.
Actually, wait.
Mid lane, they've caught Luna again. She pops the BKB, tries to turn him around, doing so much damage, but doesn't find the kill. They managed to trade for Moo on that Tidehunter. But losing the Luna once again, and without buyback, she just picked up this IF Scotty. Roshan revealed there by Envy. He knows it's up.
I don't think they'll go into the pit and take it without the Tidehunter. They will need to wait another 50 seconds on the Chronosphere anyway, so they'll play a little bit slow. So double Chronosphere when Tidehunter's back up, he can sit in front, and then they'll just double Chrono the Luna, win the game off of that one. I think that's what Zoomers are going for. Infinity have waited a little bit too long for their timing.
Did he just buy... What did he just buy, Envy? He's sold... he disassembled Mass, sold it. Is he buying Echo Saber? Did he just buy out an Echo Saber? He did. Okay. Feeling pretty strong here, I think, on the side of the Zoomers, right? You got a 3K lead, but they've pretty much dominated the map for the last, like, 5 to 6 minutes, but you're not slowing Infinity down. Like, they are still finding farm. PP on this Wind Ranger has this Blink BKB Maelstrom going towards this Nullifier, and definitely not slowing down the Luna as she just takes top net worth position now,
For radiant forces.
even after her death just a moment ago.
I mean, here's the thing. This top net worth position really doesn't matter in the face of the Void with Refresher Orb. I feel like him and like all these heroes are gonna get blown up. I wasn't crazy about just having Mariano as a frontliner, and given the fact that you're playing against the Faceless Void, who's only really
Like
got
Shadow, they're gonna scout him out. They find the Hoodwink, but not the only hero you want to get here. They definitely want to look for more. They're going to take the Outpost. They might pull the similar maneuver they did last game. They ping the mid lane. Absolutely. They know where they must be. They're going to go right ahead and force Infinity back to their base.
I wasn't sure what Envy is just scouting for Roche. I'm not sure if you should have been the person to do that, but I guess they wouldn't have gotten that stun off fast enough to kill him there.
Dire's middle tower is under
They're not
attack.
going for it at the moment.
I mean,
But yeah,
they've
they're
got to
going-
come back. There is a massive wave and 2 catapults bottom.
They see Wind Ranger, so now they're going to run for them. They see that they have them outnumbered, so
Husky's
right
walking
into
under
them
a
on
ward,
Husky.
though. They're going to jump on him. He ends up dropping the gem in the process, but in comes Mood. There's the Ravage, the double LSA. He ends up not using it, but there's the Chronosphere instead. Envy pops the Refresher. He's got another one in the tank. Nice disrupt. Envy. Did he blink? Where did Sand King go? Oh, he went down. How did he get down there?
Agnem Scepter.
Okay. Sexy Yoge able to try and... Oh, there's the second Chronosphere from Envy. Smashing into the wind. Doesn't really connect onto anything here, but he gets the BKB and a nice impale timed from Husky. They get the kill. They buy back on Mariano for this, but you lost 4 heroes in the process. And Envy looking for more, trying to get his eyes on top of Sexy Yoge, but the dust not going to connect. The gem, it's available, but the double Chronosphere, like we talked about, doing so much work in the fight. And neph, you were correct. I mean, this top net worth position on this Luna, she didn't do anything. She got ravaged into Chronosphere and died.
She's not going to accomplish anything in these team fights, and now she actually has an Aeon disc queued up, and this becomes less and less of a solution as this game goes on. What are you going to do? Refresher Aeon disc with like 165-second cooldown on the item as it ends? I think they missed their timing here on Infinity. I think they need to play more aggressive around these big cooldowns from 4 Zoomers, and they were a little bit too passive because they were worried they wouldn't be able to get their hands on the heroes. That's why I was thinking they needed some sort of frontliner with catch in the mid lane, but they ended up last picking the Wind Ranger, who struggles to stay on top of these heroes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yep, they do find her. Just happen to be walking by a Hoodwink. Scurry camouflage does not protect you against the gem.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
And Envy grabs that tier 2 tower on top. Now has the 20% backtrack at level 25. And as we always say, Mr. Time Man always ends up winning late game.
Yeah. He gets Scotty keyed up, but I'm not even sure he'll need this. The thing that he's waiting for is the Chronosphere to come off of cooldown. So, Chronosphere Refresher.
And I actually
Once
got the
again.
shard on Tide, by the way. I'm not sure if you saw that.
Oh, yeah.
He got it from the Roshan.
That's kind of neat.
It's a lot of damage.
Yeah. Needs more mana.
It's
Reducing the cooldown of it
definitely...
seems
Is it
more often.
175 bonus? It's definitely...
Yeah.
No,
That's
it's
a
like
lot.
265, right? Is what it ends up being? Is it 175 the base?
Yes.
Okay, it just doesn't update with the shard.
Yeah. A couple of things don't.
This Tide is going to be so difficult to kill. He managed to find a Trickster Cloak. He's got the Shiva as the Hood of Defiance. Like, he can kind of dangle for days. Moo, a classic dangler. I mean, we saw that all the way back to TI5 on his Tim... Or no, not TI5, sorry. TI6 on his Timbersaw.
That's right. Man came in second place at his TI. Impressive gamer.
TPing bottom, looking for Mariano. Don't get him. Able to TP home. They're doing a decent job on Infinity at just stalling, but you're losing the net worth game so hard now. It is 17k advantage here for the side of the Zoomers. You can see really when this happened, like that Roche fight, or the fight rather that led into the Roshan that just made it that much worse.
I mean, you're stalling this game out, but you're not. I think you're only making it more difficult for yourself. Like, Luna's just gonna have another item. Eternal Envy is just gonna have even more mana, so it's easier for him to throw out these double chronos. Yeah, this guy's got it completed. Now he's gonna be able to do this without a trouble.
I'm surprised he didn't go for the Aghanim Scepter here. It is so good. But the Iascati against a Luna, it doesn't, and a Wind Ranger. I mean, those are your cores. Both of the enemy cores are ranged. Like, it's a very good Iascati game.
The real reason he got it is for the extra mana.
Yeah.
He needed it for. It's good to stay on top of the heroes. You're tankier. The 50% slow against them, but he didn't have enough mana to double chrono. 300, 300, 300, 900 mana for that. So he was forced to go slightly out of his way for that one.
All right, they've got a pretty big wave here in the bottom. Double catapult available in every single spell online here for the side of the Zoomer. As it goes in on Envy, he's pump faking the Chronosphere. Knows he can't really use it unless he sees the Shadow Demon. Oh, Moo and Z-Freak running through the trees, trying to find the Hoodwink. She drops a decoy, but Z-Freak, you know.
It's just solution in the Shadow Demon, just dropping a second Chronosphere. But you've got the Aeon Disc on the Luna, so you've got saved for a pretty long time. You'll buy yourself 2.5 seconds with that. You buy yourself another 2.5 seconds with the Disruption. So you might be able to survive it if you like leave a small interval, wait for the enemies to like fall off you, then recollapse onto you. I don't know. I think you just continue to build an even bigger net worth advantage on 4 Zoomers.
Yeah, it seems to be going that way, right?
Mariano as well, and yeah, this is where he catches Mariano.
Game is really slowed down. Not much you can do here. That's a dieback, so I mean, oh yeah, it's still on cooldown for 2.5 minutes. They're looking for Sexy Yogi in the trees. Drops the decoy once again, and a little tricky play by him. I mean, they still have the creep wave. That's the big thing. That's what they wanted to secure. In top lane, they're actually looking for more. But Pamploma able to make it out, and that's going to be Aegis.
Yeah, Envy might save up a little bit more gold, get himself his buyback before pushing high ground off of this one. You don't want to just die back and lose the game immediately, which is possible here. So, not taking full advantage of this die back on the Sand King. I think he'll go up now. Yeah, he's got basically enough money. He's only killing only one more creep. This is the time that they're waiting for. So Hussey's going to play forward. He's going to try and scout them out. Who catches the decoy?
I'm glad they buffed decoy. That thing was so bad.
Oh.
Oh, can they burst him down? In comes Envy, gets the Chronosphere. Luna again protected by that disruption, but he's got a second one. He's gonna leave there. They buy back on the Hoodwink. With the second Chrono available, they could just go right back in, but PP with a nice shackle holding him in place. Faceless Void. I think a little bit of harassment damage here, but there it is. There's the Ravage. They gotta just focus down the Shadow Demon, and they get him. Buyback is available. Envy looking for more. He gets the 3-man Chrono on the backside. The BKB onto Luna Pamplona. He can't actually disrupt him. He will go ahead and send the Void under, but as a result, the Luna's gonna go down, and Gunner looking for more. Triple buyback coming up from the side of Infamous. They've gone in pretty deep, but a Lincoln Sphere protecting Gunner for the time being. Envy bashing up Setsui Yogi, trying to burst him down, but he's protected by the Glimmer Cape. Mariano with a nice blink stun, catching the next assassin. PP jumps forward. Big shackle. Is it enough? Overwhelming blink on the Lina. I like it. Envy, gotta be careful here. Playing inside this sandstorm, held in place. The epicenter's coming through. Can they bring down Envy? It's looking like it's gonna be close. He gets the time log off just in time. The stun from the Nyx onto the Luna, saving his team. Gunner able to pick off one on the backside. The blink forward from Mariano. They don't have the detection. They're looking to stay on top of him if they can. Z-Freak pops the dust. He's got his Shivas. He's got his play to go on the backside. He wants to go in, but
it looks like that's going to be it. I mean, massive win there for 4 Zoomers. 4 buybacks forced on the side of Infinity. The only person that you lose is that Nyx assassin. If the next fight that ends up going like this, you'll end up winning it. A lot of the ways, some ways that was ideal for you because He wasn't able
Ooh,
to get
Gunner's
double
gonna walk
Chronos.
into the whole team, pops the Lincolns and the BKB, but just getting tunneled down, goes for the Yules into the TP out. Gunner makes it.
Just don't do enough damage to him. I mean, with the stun off on a Luna, that is the majority of the damage. Just goes to show you why this this Faceless Void ended up going for the Refresher Orb. Nobody other than this Luna is going to do damage in the late game, so as long as you can take him down, you're completely fine.
Moo has a
Now it's
Manta style. And he just baited a Demonic Purge.
Got him?
That's a gotcha for sure.
Tower is under attack.
Moo's the carry now.
I don't understand.
Oh, you Manta off Bushwhack, that's why. Or not Bush,
Oh,
you
yeah.
Manta the Sharpshooter is why.
Oh, okay. Dispellable.
Oh, unless you Manta early, then. And then you just die. Yeah, he laughs. He knows he messed up. He's like, whoops. Had to wait for the Sharpshooter. Yeah, I was like, why did he build Manta? It's like he needs the Dispel for the Sharpshooter. Didn't go Guardian Greaves this game. Or the Lotus. And decided, hey, why not just build a Manta style? It's pretty funny, right?
He's winning so hard that he gets to get away with stuff like that, but he ends up dying. He doesn't have buyback available either, but I think his team will be just fine. Again, double Chronosphere on the Faceless Void. He'll just end up shoving down a lane. Roche's respawn though. He just cheese Refresher Shard.
That is a big refresher. I don't think you can afford to let this go into the hands of 4 Zoomers. And with the Tidehunter dead, do they want to contest? Husky's going to try and scout it. I think they know, but bottom lane damage going to be coming the way of their tower as Gunner up on the high ground now.
You're hesitant to fight into this if you don't have vision of the Shadow Demon.
They don't see it. They get a nice chrono on the backside, though. The Shadow Demon can save him. There it is. The refresher comes in from Envy, drops a second Chronosphere. He's just going to be able to finish off the Roshan, grabs the 8. He's going to try and finish off the Luna, but a nice bro strike through from Mariano. Envy didn't pop the BKB. Berta, he got the cheese. PP going to go down. Envy trying to just chun stun him down. He got the refresher, though, as a third Chronosphere gets dropped. And it's going to be 3 heroes dead without buyback. In comes the GGs as 4 Zoomers will take game number 1.
It's really a long time coming. 37k net worth advantage. There was so little they were able to do at this point. It was really the last embers of their defense, that previous base defense where they fought back on 4 heroes. There was just no way for them to win against the Faceless Void as the game went on. The Wind Ranger, I mean, you could do okay damage, but you'd really fallen off at that point. The only person who's doing anything is Luna. And when you're just playing one hero against the world, when you're playing against this Faceless Void, it's just impossible. So the double Chronos here from Envy is definitely the correct play. So 4 Zoomers on point today for sure.
Yeah, I mean, Gunner, another phenomenal game, 14-1-10. At some point, you're going to have to start respect banning this guy's Lina. I think just giving it to him might be a mistake at this point.
I mean, they're not. They didn't have any heroes that are great at jumping the backline. I mean, Mariano can sort of do it, but a lot of the time you want things like post laning phase, Storm Spirit or Phantom Assassin. You can get on top of her in these fights. You really don't have anyone who's punishing her when she has this BKB.
No, not
That's
at
what
all.
a lot of people are doing wrong. So they see this Lina come out first and they go, "Okay, well, we'll deal with it." Well, you're not dealing with it. You don't think it's enough of an issue to just completely counterpick it. It clearly is at this point.
It is. Yeah, absolutely is. But 4 Zoomers now get their second victory here, or second win here today. They drew their first series. They'll see if they can close this one out 2-0 or if it's going to be another draw for Infinity here in game number 2. But we're going to go to a short break. Everyone stay tuned. We'll be back after a short break with more of the BTS Pro Series Season number 8. We'll see you then.